Basin and mountains in Utah form a quite incredible and diverse landscape, even under ordinary circumstances. But add into the equation that, for decades now, the region has also been a hotbed for alien and paranormal activity, and the mystique surrounding the place only grows. UFO sightings have actually been cataloged here since as far back as the 18th century, when Spanish explorers reported seeing strange crafts at night. Into the 20th century, and the reports of UFOs continued to rise and rise. In 1978, for example, a mother and son reported seeing a silver disc surrounded by green flames. They called the cops, and upon arrival, the police reported seeing the UFO as well. With so many local sightings just like this one, there have been various books published and documentaries filmed detailing hundreds of potential close encounters. At the center of most of the Uinta sightings, though, is the creepily named and suitably mysterious Skinwalker Ranch. According to local legend, it plays host to an ancient curse. History shows that two Native American tribes, the Navajo and the Ute, once lived peacefully in Utah, but that peace became strained particularly during the American Civil War, when the Ute fought against the Navajo and forced them out of the state. Upon their return, the Navajo are said to have placed the Skinwalker curse along certain territories in the region to plague the Ute, with today's Skinwalker Ranch caught right in the middle of it. In Navajo culture, a skinwalker is a malevolent, shape-shifting witch figure, able to transform into or possess certain animals. They're purveyors of evil magic, and encounters with them often result in life or death struggles for the victims. The legend of Skinwalker Ranch specifically begins with Terry and Gwen Sherman, who moved onto the property in the mid-1990s. Straight away, they noticed that heavy-duty deadbolts had been fixed to the doors and windows, inside and out, suggesting that the previous owners had, for whatever reason, felt the need for max security. Early on, they also noticed a wolf, reportedly 3 times larger than usual, hunting their cattle. When they shot at it point blank, it allegedly walked away unscathed. As if that wasn't strange enough, the Shermans also reported seeing unusual lights in the sky, and that such sightings were often followed by the unexplained disappearance of more of their livestock. According to some accounts, even their pet dogs were lost at the ranch, never to be seen again. All in all, as the weirdness increased, the Shermans were so haunted by their experiences there that they sold the property just 18 months after moving in. When they shared their story with reporters, though, the ranch became a place of major interest, and was then purchased by the millionaire UFO enthusiast Robert Bigelow. The mystery around the Skinwalker Ranch is now fueled by more than just the Shermans' account, though. In fact, one local teacher, Joseph Hicks, has estimated that about 10% of the population in the Uinta Basin has seen something supernatural on or around the site. These reports usually focus on aliens, so much so that the ranch is considered by some to be an alien base, but there have been various other types of phenomena reported too. In 1997, the biochemist Colm Kelleher claimed he saw a large humanoid beast, for example, with yellow eyes and a massive footprint. There have been other Bigfoot-like reports too down the years, as well as more stories of animals disappearing, crop circles appearing, and more unusual lights in the sky, with claims that the Utah authorities were once even forced to stop filing UFO reports because there were simply too many of them. Whether it's the work of the Skinwalkers or something otherworldly, the debate goes on. Various investigations have been staged at the ranch to try to determine what's really happening, and whether the claims of alien base have even an ounce of truth to them. But here's where things get even weirder. When researchers from the University of Alabama visited in 2019 for a documentary, they also experienced several strange happenings, with one of the professors, Dr. Travis Taylor, ending up convinced that there was indeed something wrong with the property. He reported that conditions at the ranch had caused camera equipment to fail many times, seemingly without reason, and that balloons used to measure electromagnetic activity also disappeared while they were there. It goes higher though, because the US government has also been involved in the Skinwalker Ranch in the past. In 2007, the Defense Department launched the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program to study UFOs. It was started by Senator Harry Reid at the request of Robert Bigelow, the then owner of the ranch. Upwards of $22 million were ultimately spent on the AATIP, with reports that Skinwalker Ranch was one of its main focuses. Regardless, Robert Bigelow is no longer the owner of the property, selling it to Brendan Fugel via an appropriately mysterious shell company called Adamantium Holdings in 2016. Today, all roads to the ranch are closed off, and it's surrounded by fences, barbed wire, cameras, and warning signs. Importantly, none of the investigations at the site have ever been able to capture the multiple reported phenomena on camera, but owners and researchers continue to describe various things they can't explain nonetheless. The likes of Robert Bigelow have attracted their fair share of skeptics over time, but there are still plenty of people, from near or far, who believe there's something more, whether it's a Native American curse, a supernatural hotspot, or an extraterrestrial landing pad. So if you're in the area and see something you can't explain, you're certainly not alone.